like you're an intuitive person? And do you trust your intuition? So to me, intuition is that gut feeling. It's the body reaction to something, right? When you either know something is right or wrong, whether, when you feel like that's the right thing I should be doing, or that's not the right thing I should be doing. This is in my highest good, this isn't in my highest good. And trusting that intuition is taking action on it. But you have to first receive it. You have to know it's there. And I know for me, for quite a while now, I've been very aware that I don't listen, I don't pay attention, I don't notice my intuitive hits. And so I've been working on that. And it's a work in progress. But I know that I'm guided all the time, and that my intuition is guiding me, and I just need to pay attention to it, because if I were to pay attention and to trust it and take action on it, the magic would happen, and I would get more and more intuitive hits. So I thought about this the other day. Like I said, I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been taking some courses related to intuition and receiving intuition, and I suddenly got this intuitive hit that I needed to pull out my tarot cards, but not for myself, but for other people. So I use a lot of oracle cards and pendulums and tarot cards to help me, and even Kabbalah cards, to help me kind of discern my intuition, the guidance I'm getting. And we'll talk about guidance like from guides and things some other time, but this is just, my internal guidance system, which is really what intuition is. It's your internal GPS. So I decided I needed to pull out my tarot cards and use them for someone else. The reason for this was simple, because when I was in my late 20s, learned how to read tarot. You probably don't know that about me, but I can do tarot readings. And I did. For a number of years I did them. I would go to psychic fairs and things like that. I do not perceive myself as psychic, but I would go to these psychic fairs and I would do tarot readings, and I would do them for friends and things like that. Anyway, I hadn't done one for anyone else in a long time, and so I decided that to open up to my intuition again, I would get out my cards and do a reading for someone. So I'm in a group where that is not a weird thing, and so I offered to do free readings. And one person showed up and said they wanted a reading. And I did the reading for them. And so here's the thing, I didn't learn how to do tarot readings the way most people do, which is to study what each card means. I know what a few of the cards mean, but I was told to just look at the picture and to allow my intuition to tell me what I needed to know and what I needed to tell this person. And so that's really how I learned. So I know that when I read cards, that my intuition comes through, because the readings I've done have been pretty accurate for most people. So I did this reading, and it was right on, and the woman was very happy with it. And it proved to me that my intuition is still there, that I can use it for other people, and that I can use it for myself. And I'd been in a course, as I said, about intuition and receiving intuition and internal guidance. And the coach there had said to me, Nina, look at what you're doing. Look at how the times you have in the last 3 months actually followed your intuition and done what you felt was in your highest good. So I get guided, I get intuition, you have intuition. All of us are intuitive. It's just a matter of whether or not we're listening to the intuition, whether we're receiving it and acknowledging it and then taking action on it. Because as I said, the more you take action on it, the more intuitive hits you get. I know that I just ignore. I do. I know I receive intuition all the time, and I either ignore it or I kind of poo-poo it and say it's not real. So I've been paying closer attention. So recently I was offered the opportunity to kind of interview for a coaching position. And they dangled some money in front of me, and so I thought this might be a good thing. And so I was going through this whole process with them, and the farther I got into it, the more I could feel in my body that it wasn't right. I didn't feel good about it. I was starting to get angry and frustrated and feel taken advantage of. And I didn't wait for them to offer me a job. Don't know if they would have. And I turned it down. I wrote them an email and I said, I just want you to know this doesn't feel right for me, and so I am no longer interested. That was trusting my intuition, because I could feel it in my body that this was the wrong thing for me. And my mind kept going to all the reasons why this wasn't good, even though there was this whole other aspect with the money that did feel good. And I could come up with all kinds of rationalizations for why I should do this if it was offered to me. But I turned it down. I have, in this past year, invested in a number of programs, personal and spiritual growth programs, like the one on intuition and receiving. And I did that based on my intuition, on feeling like this was just something I needed to do. And while I had some issues around money and investing the money in these programs, and did I have enough money to do it, I did it anyway, and I trusted. And it's in that moment of trust, that you then take the action, right? Or from the moment of trust, you then take action. And that is how you begin to strengthen your intuition. Now, this is a process for me. I'm not saying I got it all figured out, but I do know from everything I've learned and seen and experienced that the more you trust your intuition and take action on it, the higher likelihood you have of strengthening this skill, I guess you could say. So trust is huge. You have to, when you get these intuitive hits, these gut feelings, you have to follow them. You have to, well, first step is you get the intuitive hit, the gut feeling, and you have to go, oh, that's my intuition. So you have to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that this is your intuition speaking to you and guiding you. Then you have to trust the information you're getting enough that you actually do take the action, okay? So you have to take even little steps to follow your intuition. You can ask for intuitive hits on very small things like, should I eat this or that? Should I go here or there? Should I wear this or that? Right? You can ask, you start small and build up. But the more you begin to listen to your intuitive hits, the more intuitive hits you'll get, and the stronger they'll be and the clearer they'll be. And so a lot of people want to know what intuition really feels like or sounds like or what, and I can't answer that for you. I know that for me, sometimes it just sounds like I'm talking to myself, but more than that, it's that feeling. So like if you held up two outfits, two shirts, which one should I wear today? Which one is in my highest interest to wear today? You're going to get a feeling about it. If you really get quiet, if you think about whether you want to eat a salad for lunch or whether it's in your highest good to eat a salad for lunch or the cupcakes, your logical mind might say not the cupcakes, but your body might need the sugar, or let's say it's something salty, so it's a healthy salad, or it's pasta, let's say, and you know that you don't do well with gluten. So yeah, you could say, I know I don't do well with gluten, but you could also ask yourself, do I need starch, or do I need carbs, I guess I should say, because you might need carbs right now. Maybe that's why you're craving the bowl of pasta. Of course, you could have gluten-free pasta, but just saying, you get the idea. Should I go swimming or should I go for a walk today? Should I go for a run or should I get on my bike? These are things your body will tell you what's in your highest interest. So try it on little things and see what happens. Because again, the more you trust your intuition and take action on it, the more you will get to know what is intuition and what isn't. And you will get stronger and stronger hits. Again, I'm just working with this. I often share with you things that I am working on myself. But I know that when I was younger, I listened more. I listened to my intuition much, much more. And I am trying to listen again and to hear or feel my intuition speaking to me. So I would love to know whether, how your intuition comes through to you. Do you feel like you're intuitive? Do you trust that intuition? Take action on it. What's happened when you took action on your intuition? So leave me a comment down below and tell me what what your intuition is like. How does it feel? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What happens when you follow it? I would love to hear. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I'm the founder of the Inspired Creator community, where we work on our personal and spiritual growth. We are on a personal and spiritual growth path or journey. I offer their certified high performance coaching, which is the highest level of personal growth or personal development you can find. And I couple that with personal growth strategies and tactics that I have found effective, that I've learned in other places outside of high performance coaching. And I also couple it with Inspired Results training, which is spiritual training like this on intuition or guides or how to get inspired, how to pursue your purpose, all kinds of metaphysical, ancient wisdom, esoteric type topics. And we do trainings and coaching on that as well. And I find that when I join the personal growth with the spiritual growth, that's when people really, they transform. It's a transformative program, and I'm your transformative coach in the Inspired Creator community. So if that's of interest to you, click above and check out the Inspired Creator community. Become an Inspired Creator. I believe we are all creators, and we often don't realize how we're creating all the time. And so I'd like to help you create what you really want, including being the person, becoming the person that you know you can be, because it's stepping into that identity as a creator, as a powerful creator, that is going to help you create your life the way you want it to be. So we work on the inside so that we see the change on the outside. So we create change and transformation from the inside out. So if that's of interest to you, click above. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.